Hey, so basically, this will be how we will be doing the Y method for drawabox. Okay, so this is your starting position. This is your generic Y that you just drew, right? So for example, this time we will be drawing a shallow box, let's say. Okay, this is horribly filmed, by the way. I'm doing this using my hand, so it's gonna be a bit shaking. So it's gonna be a bit shaky. So apologize for that. Anyways, you see this segment of the line, we're going to imagine that there's a vanishing point going to infinity along this axis. Okay, it will go all the way over there somewhere into infinity. But what we're going to do is, well, we will decide that, well, this goes in infinity, right? We will ghost this a couple times, and then we will ghost a similar direction that intersects with this direction over here, and we will place a point. Now, when we have placed a point, you will see that it's going in this direction, and the point is also going in a similar direction, but it does eventually meet with this line somewhere along here, right? Similarly, now we won't draw the line yet, obviously, right? We will then do the same thing. We will ghost this line to infinity, and we will ghost this axis and see if the line does converge somewhere over here. Oh, by the way, it suddenly turned into dynamic because it suck. Anyways, but yeah, that's the gist of it. So you will ghost a couple times, make a straight line, you'll rotate your page, you will ghost a couple times again, make a straight line. That's it. That's one of your planes right there. Similarly, now we are doing the next plane, right? Similarly, we'll place a dot. We will see that it's ghosting in the same direction it was ghosting over here, right? Somewhere along here. So we will ghost, we'll place a point that is goes in somewhere along here. So one point goes somewhere along here. Similarly, we are going to see if the other point converges. Currently, it does converge, but it's quite slight, which is perfectly okay. We don't want it to be parallel, but it converging slightly is perfectly okay. So we will again make another line, rotate a page, and make another line. By the way, the angle really weird, so my lines are pretty inconsistent. Anyways, for the third angle, from here on forth, it becomes a bit more difficult. So basically, we already know this. This line is going to converge somewhere along this trajectory with this line, right? So we want to match that trajectory over here. Okay, we'll say that this line is going to converge somewhere along here. Similarly, this line will also converge somewhere along here. Now, the challenging part is that, well, the challenging part is that, well, we want to make sure the line we draw also converges in this axis, as it also converges in this axis and this axis. So we will ghost a line over here. You will see that it is converging somewhere along here. So we will ghost a line according to that point and go down. We'll see, does it converge somewhere along here? It does. So that's right. So technically that line is okay. Now you can do it much better than me. I'm not sitting at a proper table. I'm doing this all on my bed. So it's gonna be a bit weird, but it should be enough to explain, right? We will one line, rotate, make sure to rotate your page and use your shoulder, and we will do another line. There you go. Now it's the middle corner that's like is the back corner, which is like the most confusing for the most part, right? The thing is, there are two things you can do. One of the things that I sometimes do is that, well, if I cannot figure it out, I'll just place my pen slightly over here and see that, well, it's a bit to the right? But truth be told, you should do it from your head. So you'll see that this line will converge somewhere along here in this trajectory. So I'll place a dot over here. Now Now it is going to converge here. We have placed a dot that will converge eventually over here, right? Now what we do need to do is that this point meeting this point should also converge in this direction that we defined before. So currently it does not. It converges over here instead of here. So we will lower that point over here and see if it converges. It does. So we will again from the top go down and see if it does converge. It does in this direction. Now similarly, for a top axis which was converging somewhere around over here, we'll again ghost and see if it falls in that direction. It doesn't, which is okay. But for you guys it would be a lot better. Like I said, I'm not at a proper table right now, but still, you will ghost, make a confident line, rotate your page. You will ghost, make a confident line, rotate your page. You will ghost, make a confident line, and rotate your page. There you go. This is done horribly, but should be enough to explain what we're doing. Okay. Similarly, once you're done, you can add some hatching to one of the sides to really define it. And yeah, that's about it. That's how we will be tackling boxes from in drawabox. And also another thing to add, for convergences and for checking your lines, what we will be doing is going over these lines, right? These lines, and drawing a line all the way over here. Okay. Similarly, we will do this for all the 4 lines that are facing in this direction. So we will again you are going to do with this with a scale. I'm doing it freehand, but still, you will again draw a line. Again, you will draw a line, something like that. Similarly, you will do it for this direction. You will do it this direction, and so on and so forth. And that's your box. You'll do this 250 times until you're done with the challenge.